So when our governments want to drain our businesses of resources without compassion or thought, as business owners we only have probably two choices. One is to run away, the second one is to fight back. For me, that always starts with baselines. So, pen at hand, paper at hand, start scribbling some notes. So, P-leak baselines. So the first baseline is going to be simple. It's going to be actual sales. So when we say actual sales, I'm not talking about forecasts or targets, or not what we hope for in some cases. Actual sales will tell us where we truly are. And if we don't accept the reality, then we can't manage it. So number two, actual spend per customer as a percentage of turnover. So the second baseline looks at customers, not jobs. So for our top customers, we're going to be tracking their actual spend as a percentage of turnover. So no single customer dominates the business, and that's healthy. But that shows us something important too. It shows us which customers really rely on us and those that don't yet. And that matters because growth from existing customers doesn't come from doing more of the same. It comes from being more relevant and more dependable. And it's more central to the customers that already trust us and rely on us. So what are we trying to achieve from this? And the core fundamental of it is customer service, because if we provide the core customer service, then the core sales will come. We will benefit from that. No two ways about it. So, number three, weekly KPIs. So none of this works unless we review our data and our information consistently. And that needs to be on a weekly basis. And I think initially, I'll probably do that daily myself as well. It's not to micromanage, but it's to stay ahead of the problems. And the rule is simple: monitor, measure, and manage. So number four, this comes in two parts really. So we've got percentage of turnover. That's for regular and returning customers. And really a 4.5. It's the same metric. So it's a percentage of turnover. And that's for ad hoc and new business, which we all want, but it needs to be sensible. Point number four, which is percentage of turnover for regular and returning customers. Now, they're our core customers. They're the ones that come back to us. They trust us, they rely on us. But ultimately, we are not a sole supplier to these businesses. It would be foolhardy of them to use us exclusively, especially in the industry that we're in. So, what we need to do is we need to look at a percentage of their business that we are actually doing at the moment. Once we have that percentage, we can understand how much of their business is going elsewhere and see what we can do to nail that down a little bit and see what we can do ourselves to bring in that additional business. Now, point 4.5 as a percentage of turnover is all ad hoc. So we're talking small customers, we're talking new business that comes in. Sometimes we'll get a phone call, can you do this? We will do it if we can do it. But we want to separate them because right now they are not our core business. They're not fundamental to our existence. However, it still needs to be monitored because potentially these customers can grow and become one of our major customers. So it's important that we monitor that and we keep an eye on that weekly or monthly. We dissect the numbers and we look at who's giving us more business, and then we see what we can do to do even more. And that way we're going to build the business, improve cash flow, and stabilize the margins. So I can't wait to start implementing this. because I know that it's going to work. I know that the people there can make it happen, and I'll report back and give you an update. And when I can evidence the results of this, who knows, maybe it'll be useful for you too.